What next for the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto after the Sagana meeting? That's the question. What next? Because we all know that President Uhuru Kenyatta used the Sagana meeting to tell the Kikuyu nation not to support William Samoei Ruto. Basically, the president used the Sagana meeting to announce the divorce in Jubilee Party.
Mimi siko hapa kuambia ati hii, nimemwambia ukiletewa kitu chukua, kula, sema asante, but never sell your heart, never sell your soul. Yeah? Si namna hiyo? Na msikuja hapa. Yeah? Tumekaa miaka hii yote na amani. Sasa unaona ati ndio mtu aseme hii ni territory yangu, hii ni territory yangu. Unaenda mnatupia Raila mawe, Githurai, ati na matusi, si bahasara, alright. Unafikiria ya kwamba hata yeye hana vijana? Si mliona ile ilitokea the next day? Kwa sababu kama ni mawe sababu kila mtu ako na story yake. Tupa ni tupe, ama kama ni kuongea tukieti kama na tuwe wangwana na tuendelee mbele pamoja. You know? Haina usijaribu kutumia kifua hapa. Hakuna mtu hana huo uwezo. Sisi isipokuwa ni kuzeeka kidogo, we were quite expert at some time before. Lakini sasa hiyo hatutaki na hatutaki vijana hiyo maneno.
So what next really for the deputy president?
Nakubaliana na rafiki yangu rais wa Kenya ambaye anasema jana ya kwamba hana deni ya mtu na hana deni ya jamii yoyote. Hiyo ni ukweli mtupu. Mimi wakati niliamua kuunga mkono Mheshimiwa Uhuru Kenyatta, si kumpatia masharti yoyote. Si kumwambia na kuunga mkono ndio uniunge mkono. Hapana, nilimuunga mkono bila masharti. Rais hana deni yangu. Hakuna jamii iko na deni yangu. Hakuna mtu Kenya mwenye ako na deni ya mimi kama mwanasiasa. In fact, ni mimi ni shukuru wa Kenya kwa sababu mimi sikuwa ni mtu wa kujulikana kiasi ya kuchaguliwa kama naibu wa rais. Kama kuna deni, ni mimi niko na deni ya shukurani kwa Wakenya walionipatia nafasi niwe naibu wa rais wa Jamhuri ya Kenya kupitia kwa kura zao.
In this video today, I want us to look at 4 things which the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto should do after the betrayal at Sagana. But before we do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers of this channel, I want to thank you guys for your support. And I want to make a request again. I want you guys to just give this video a thumbs up. Now let us get back to business. President Uhuru Kenyatta concluded the Sagana meeting. And that Sagana meeting had political objectives. One of the objectives was to pass or to campaign or to rally support for the Building Bridges Initiative referendum. And based on an interview which was conducted by KTN in Nyeri town, I can tell you that the residents of Mount Kenya region are likely to support the Building Bridges Initiative referendum. You can check those clips, they are all over. The second thing it wanted to achieve was to tell the people of the Mount Kenya region that their political interests will not be taken care of by William Samoei Ruto. And again, I can assure you that the main motive again of that meeting was to introduce the handshake and Raila Odinga to the people of the larger Mount Kenya region. And that's why President Uhuru Kenyatta, in one of his speeches, was wondering why the people of the Mount Kenya region were being used to throw stones at Raila Odinga, as if Raila Odinga also doesn't have his people. But what next for the Deputy President William Samoei Ruto?
Na mimi nataka niombe sisi wote tuache kusumbuliwa na kusumbuana na madeni ya kisiasa. Mimi nataka niwaulize sisi wote, kila kiongozi, sisi tumechaguliwa, tumepatiwa nafasi kwa neema ya Mwenyezi Mungu na kwa kura za wananchi. Hakuna mtu ako na deni ya mwingine, na hii madeni ya kisiasa tuachane nazo. Ile deni moja tu ambayo mimi najua Rais Uhuru Kenyatta ako naye, na mimi ni mshirika wa hiyo deni kwa sababu nilichaguliwa na yeye debe moja, ni deni ya kuwaunganisha Wakenya na kusimamia mambo ya maendeleo ya taifa letu la Kenya.
Because that's the main thing. Without Central Kenya, without Mount Kenya region, William Ruto's presidential bid, in my considered opinion, is an unstarter. Uhuru Kenyatta got over 99% of the support from the larger Mount Kenya region. He promised to deliver that support to his deputy. From indications, the deputy president is not going to contest. He's not going to have that 99%, which means they are going to divide it with the President Uhuru Kenyatta. The question is, who is going to win? Is it the deputy president, or is President Uhuru Kenyatta still going to prevail in the larger Mount Kenya region? Those are the questions. But what next for the deputy president? In my view, he has 4 options. The first thing he can do is to monitor the reaction. Just take his time. Monitor. And that's why when his comment on the debt was perfect, he should just take his time, monitor how the leadership from that region are going to react, monitor how the ground is going to react, especially after that meeting. You should also wait and monitor how the Building Bridges Initiative campaigns is going to take shape in that region. Because if he rushed, then it's going to be betrayed. He should just take his time. If the ground is going to betray Uhuru Kenyatta, if the ground is going to say no to Uhuru Kenyatta, and the ground is going to say no to BBI, then William Samoei Ruto should now then go down there and claim his stakes. Without that, in my considered opinion, the best thing for him now is to take a low profile. Because something was also very clear. When all these things were happening, the people who were expected to be very vocal against this meeting, they were very silent. And up to now, I don't know how ODA, the United Democratic Alliance Party, is faring in Central Kenya. Because ODA is the party which the Deputy President intends to use in 2022. How is it faring in the larger Mount Kenya region? Have the people of the larger Mount Kenya region embraced this party? For William Ruto to understand all this and the latest dynamics, he must take a seat, relax, and monitor the reaction. Then from those reactions, he can then now go ahead and execute his plans. That's number one. Number two, the second thing he should do, in my considered opinion, is to try and consolidate his support base, basically in Central Kenya, but focus more on new grounds. Let's face it, if Uhuru Kenyatta got 99% of votes in his Gatundu constituency or in his Kiambu constituency, rest assured that even if he's hated in that region, he can't get less than 30%. And that should worry William Samoei Ruto. And remember, for a long time, the president kept off all these campaigns. He took a low profile. He just went to Sagana, and already we can feel the way the ground is responding. So Ruto must do 2 things. The first thing he must do is to consolidate his support base in the larger Mount Kenya region. Probably he should go to places like Embu, Meru, Tharaka Nithi. try and consolidate those counties. Then he can identify his supporters in the region, members of parliament, opinion leaders, then consolidate them so that they don't slip. Then from there, he can then now go outside central Kenya. He can do mapping. Mapping means you go to areas where Uhuru performed poorly in the last election. Nyanza, Western, Coast. And do concentrate in those areas. Because failure to do that, Raila Odinga might decide to start going there ahead of him. Look at what happened to him yesterday in Kisii. In Kisii, something interesting happened. The funeral, and I'm going to do another analysis on this, the funeral where Osoro and Silvanus Osoro and Simbarati confronted each other. In that funeral, William Ruto catered for everything as per the organizers. He was given high table, and Osoro and the team mobilized youths inside the tent. So Raila Odinga, in his wisdom, realized what was happening. So Raila Odinga schemed. So immediately Raila Odinga spoke. Then he left the venue. He told the DP that he was leaving. He left the venue. And I thought he was headed to his chopper. That was not the case. Raila left the venue, headed straight with the people who are following him, and he went and addressed a meeting, or he addressed the people in Kisii town. So by the time he was leaving, the ground was already hostile. So the DP could not do the same, because the initial plan of the DP was to create a hostile environment at the funeral, then maintain that momentum, and then go to town to address people. And the moment Raila went ahead of him, then they shelved that plan. So probably he must go and consolidate those grounds very fast and avoid insults. Take, for example, in Ukambani, what's happening there? The Ukambani people are now taking advantage of the fact that Ruto and his allies insulted Kalonzo Musyoka. Nyanza is okay, but what about Kisii? What about Kuria? What about Western? Is he going to outwit Raila? Is he going to outwit? So he must look for those areas where Raila Odinga performed so well, Uhuru performed dismally, and try and consolidate them. So if he's going to lose, let's say 30% in central Kenya, then he must get 30% in these other areas. And it's an uphill task, because if you take, for example, in Kisii, in the last election, the result showed that Jubilee actually won in Kisii. I think they had 52, Raila had 40 something. So it means if he has to add 30 more percent from that side to counter for the loss in central Kenya, then it means he has to get 70%. Can Ruto get 70% and Raila 30% in Kisii? I don't think so. Number 3, William Ruto must craft a new alliance. Already his alliance was taking shape, but I doubt their ability, their capacity. I doubt the ability of Johnson Muthama to deliver Ukambani to William Samoei Ruto. I doubt the capacity of Mike Sonko to deliver Ukambani to William Ruto. I doubt the capacity of Jicho Pevu and Raisha Jumwa to deliver for Ruto at the coast. I doubt the capacity of Rashid Echesa, Didmas Baraza, and Boni Alwale to deliver for William Ruto in Western Kenya. They are good for him, but I doubt their capacity. What Ruto should do is he must start figuring out how he's going to craft new alliances. At the coast, he must win 2 people, or one of them, Joho and Kingi. If Kingi were to support Ruto today at the coast, that would be huge for him. Mvurya is good, but I don't think Mvurya's influence will go beyond Kwale. Joho would be good for him, because Joho already has a name for himself. Duale is good for him the other side, so Duale can help him. In Western, he must get someone else. Maybe Muhiza Kitui, maybe Eugene Wamalwa, or maybe Musalia Mudavadi. In Nyanza here, he needs to reach out to Fred Matiang'i. If not, Osoro, I don't think, because Osoro believes in politics of mobilizing crowds. I don't think. So Ruto must start thinking properly on how he can craft a new working alliance. And that's why someone like Josephat Nanok is good for him. Josephat Nanok comes from Turkana, which voted for Raila Odinga. So Nanok, in my view, can influence some people who voted for Raila Odinga not to support for him. And lastly, he must invest in emotional appeal. He must appeal. His statement that Uhuru didn't support him, I don't know whether it was good. I mean, his statement that Uhuru did not promise to support him, I don't know whether it was good or it was bad. Because the thing is, if I were to advise the DP, I would tell the people that that's politics. Sometimes we are promised things, sometimes people don't honor. The deputy president has been consistent on what he calls the politics of deceit. But that only applies when it comes to Raila Odinga and other leaders. When it comes to Uhuru Kenyatta, it's not. So he should try so hard to invest in emotional appeal. He must appeal to the emotions of the people of Central Kenya. Tell them that I stood with your guy. I was the bad guy. Despite everything, I stood with you. I stood with your man. But look at what he's doing for me now. Then through that emotional appeal, rest assured, there are people who will get to support the deputy president just on that account alone. Thank you guys. And again, if you're watching this video for the first time, please take a second or two, click subscribe button so that next time you produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.